for 666. Watch out for 666.
It doesn't matter whether it's in 6 minutes, 6 days, or 6 weeks.
Watch out for 666. Watch out for 666.
Damn near everybody in this, on our nation, America. The more I read this Bible, the more my head it explodes from this god awful world that we live in, man. This horrifying place, man. Revelations 13:18. Here's a call for wisdom. Let the one with insight. Okay, so wisdom here is Sophia. Okay, Sophis, which comes from Sophia. 4678, wisdom equals insight. It's a skill. It's human or divine, intelligent. From Sophis is wisdom. It also takes insight, but what's peculiar about insight, it is the mind. Everything that exists comes from the mind. The orgasm you have in your genital area is not in the body. It comes from the mind. Everything comes from the mind. And this parable is specifically speaking about Genesis chapter 1, verse 27. This entire parable that I speak about on this channel identifies who the beast is. It breaks it down for you to let you know that the parable here is talking about the 6th day of creation and what is going on the 6th day of creation. Well, first of all, the 6th day of creation, God makes the beasts of the earth, each according to their kinds. So right here, when it says God created the beasts of the field, each according to their kind, this is what he's talking about. All the nations that sit at the United Nations are the beast nations. So when it's talking about the beast of the field, it is specifically talking about all these that are marching in ranks. These are called troops of animals. These are called flights of locusts. So here it says, O Lord, my strength and fortress, my refuge in the day of distress. The nations right here, the nations are the Gentile nations. Gentile. Also a troop of animals right here. There's your troop of animals right there. It's so simple. Once the Spirit comes on you and you start understanding how to read this Bible, it's very clear, very plain. The nations, all nations will come to you from the ends of the earth. Why are they coming to you from the ends of the earth? Because they were created at all ends of the earth on the 6th day, when God creates the beasts of the earth, each according to their kinds. Okay? So when God created these beasts, they were at all four corners of the world. Okay? And the way that the gods of this realm, the way that they wrote the Bible, mankind, the way they wrote this Bible, is they tricked you in making you think that we're all one human race. Okay? We're not one human race. You have a beast nations that were created on the 6th day of creation. And then it says the livestock according to their kind. So people are being misdirected in correlating both the beast and the livestock as animals out in the wild animal kingdom. That is not true. The beast are the wild animals that are living in the cities. And then on the 6th day, God said, let us make man in our image. Let us. So God said, this is one God speaking with another God, a lowercase god, if we are to understand that the God of Israel, Exodus chapter 20, verse 4, Bible Hub. I meant to go verse 3. You shall have no other gods before me. Okay? That's the very first commandment. So if the God of Israel is saying to his children, that you shall have no other gods before me, then this would confirm, not written in your law, I have said ye are gods. Okay? So the God of Israel, the children of Israel, their God, Yahweh, is telling you that you shall you shall not have any other gods before me. So what's this telling us? It's telling us that this God here that said, let us make man in our image, is not the supreme God, because this God here is Elohim. Okay, 430 of the Strong's Concordance. It's plural. And this is why you're getting said, let us. God, plural, here, okay, is talking to a group of people, group of other gods. God said, let us. God, Elohim, plural of Eloah. Remember, this God here is used of the supreme creator, said, let us make mankind in our image. And the image is an idol. So this man created on the sixth day of creation is an idol. All right? The nations will come from all ends of the earth, and they will say, our fathers inherited nothing but lies. That's because our politicians and our ancestors and our presidents and governors and all of them are straight lying right to your face. Okay? Nothing but lies, worthless idols of no benefit. Over here at the King James Bible, it says the Gentile will come unto thee from the ends of the earth, and shall surely say, our fathers have inherited lies from our ancestors. Vanities. This is big. You don't have vanities over here. Worthless idols are vanities, though. Vanities is the vain show of ourself. Okay? In things wherein there is no profit. The things wherein there's no profit are idols. Okay? They're unsatisfactory, often used as an adverb, but they are emptiness. Okay? So this man that's created on the sixth day, this God that creates man in his image on the sixth day of creation, is an idol. Okay? And this God is not the same as this one here, Genesis chapter 2, verse 7, Bible Hub. Or not God, but this man, I meant to say. Okay? Here you have the Lord Yahweh. Yahweh is the proper name of God of Israel. You see, this is their God, and this is the God that the Gentile hate. Okay, they hate the God of Israel because the God of Israel is telling his own children, look, I'm going to decimate your ass. I'm going to destroy you if you go in there and you start hanging out with these pagans, those that are created on the sixth day. These are your pagans right here, the ones that are created in an image. So anytime somebody says to me today that they're created in an image, I say to them, well, do you know what the definition, the biblical definition of image is? Because it is to shade a phantom. Now, look, do you guys remember when President Trump said, drain the swamp? Give me a second here. Let's see. Give me 1 second. So do you guys remember when Donald Trump said, we're going to Washington, we're going to drain the swamp? Do you remember that? So since the scales have come off of my eyes, folks, the music industry in Hollywood can't hide anything from me at all anymore. What I see in these movies is horrid. It's disastrous. It's completely, they're telling us straight up, look.
In a vision of the future, I saw in a vivid dream. Hour is soon coming when men will become machines.
Where men will become machines, right? Okay, so now this is the newest movie that's out. It's called The Creator. And they're showing you that these creators are robotic machines. And the song just says that in the vision of the future where men will become machines. So they're leaning towards that, right up here, the artificial intelligence, right? That's what they're pushing straight down our throats on everything, right? I'm not lying. So Donald Trump says here, man, we're going to Washington. We're going to drain the swamp. So, you remember the song here? The Land of Confusion? So many truth bombs that are going on in here. Watch. Right here. Sorry, that was awful editing. I tried to get it shut off. It was a tight squeeze. So what they're showing you here is Donald Trump was saying drain the swamp, correct? I'm going to mute this. And what do we have? We have all of these politicians that they're showing us, right? They show you a snake, the serpent snake right there, first of all. And then they show the troops marching through the swamp. That's the swamp. This is the swamp that Donald Trump was talking about, drain the swamp, right? And they're showing you all of these politicians, right? And these politicians, there you got Hillary Airhead right there. And then they show you the swamp again, and they're pulling, I don't know which guy that is. Go ahead and put these in. These are all, and then look at here. 3 people all wearing the cross across their forehead, man. So this is straight in your face right here. This is the crucifixion. This is the 3 men on the cross right there in front of your face. All right. And then here, there you go. The swamp. So they're showing you straight up all of the politicians and stuff are the swamp that Donald Trump here, we're going to Washington. We're going to drain the swamp. So I see these truths now within the music industry. It's very important for you to
Watch out for 666. Watch out for 666.
The revelation is right here. It takes wisdom and insight. I've been blessed with wisdom and insight to calculate the number of the beast. For it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Here, let's take a look at my board real quick. Folks, right here, when you count from A to Z in increments of 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, and so on, all the way to the letter Z, which comes to 156, and you count all of them up, and then you add the word computer here, right here. Add the word computer using this system of 6s. A computer comes to 666. Now, I got to ask you a question. I really want you to think this one through, okay? Hear what I got to say here. Would a human being destroy the very earth and waters that we need to drink? I want you to think about what I'm saying. Would it be human of an aircraft, a military aircraft pilot, to fly over our cities every day, spraying the skies with their fucking waste and their chemtrails and all that? Huh? Would it? Would it be a human that takes poison out in the middle of the ocean and they drop their barrels of poison and then the barrels rupture 50 years later and hundreds of thousands of fish swim up on the shore and then everybody's like, we don't understand. It's a mystery why all these fish are dying. It ain't no frickin' mystery. It's because of these evil cocksuckers that were created on the 6th day of creation. It's because of these beasts that were created. And here's the kicker. This man here was created in an image, and he was the one that was given dominion to rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the air and the livestock and over the earth itself and every creature that crawls upon it. So God created man in his own image. Let's pop down here and take a look at the word man, because this is important for you to understand. God created man here, which is a human being, and it's not. Okay, this is ruddy. That's true. This man here is ruddy. This first man here is not a human being. This man here is mankind. It's kind of a man because it's created in an image, but this man created himself here, self, right there, self. Can you see that? I want to make sure that you guys can see the self. Okay, right there. self. This God created himself, a male and female. This creation here is a transvestite. It's always been a transvestite. It's always been a transvestite energy. Okay, this is why you have gay people in office. I want you to think about what I'm saying here. What person of God? I know damn well there is not one person of the Supreme Spirit of God that has the truth on them that would vote for a gay man to rule over them. Okay, number one, the hard copy on these beasts, their wiring is all backwards and everything. Once you fell into this plane of existence, it was all over. So this God that said, let us create man in our own image, man in his own image. This God created a man in his own image. This is not the supreme God. Why? Because the whole purpose of the Spirit allowing this creation, this God here, this God is being permitted to create a man in his image. Do you understand? The second beast was permitted to give breath to the image of the first beast. Okay? The second beast is this God that created a man in his own image. And in the image of God, he created him male and female. The Supreme Spirit of God gave this man permission to breathe into the image of the first beast. When is the first beast? When is it mentioned in the Bible the first time? Genesis 1:25. God made the beast of the earth according to their kind. So this one here was given permission to breathe into the image of the first beast. These beasts up here, what they did is they spliced and diced their DNA into these beasts. And they tampered in God's creation is what they did. They weren't supposed to do that. Okay, these evil things. Well, God, the Supreme, he knew that they were supposed to do that. I know an atheist would jump all over that. What do you mean he wasn't supposed to do that? That would mean that God didn't have omnipotent force over his own creation. Bet your ass the Supreme Spirit of Truth has complete power and authority over all creation. So he put it right there in front of your face. Right there, 666, the one for you and me. Okay, the beast. Okay, the beast are right here. We are the beast. The Gentile nations are the beast, okay? Now, if you don't see, the whole thing is the story of Cinderella. Hold on. You guys know the Disney movie, everybody does, Sleeping Beauty, right? Sleeping Beauty, the witch poisons the apple and Sleeping Beauty goes to sleep. It wasn't Cinderella, I had the wrong one. But these Disney cartoons are all giving you truths within the stories, okay? So the evil witch gives Sleeping Beauty the apple. Sleeping Beauty takes a bite of the apple, which is a metaphor for what? The apple that was eaten from Adam and Eve. You see, once Adam and Eve ate that apple, they went into a deep sleep. That's what happened. So we are all agents of darkness if you're not serving the Spirit of truth. So what's all my point in this? Well, I'm just now starting to put a lot of information together about this reality construct that we live in. I can't take credit for anything that I teach or anything that I share. My conscience thoughts, I don't know where they come from. And, sometimes I don't know who's in control. Okay, you guys might say, well, that sounds kind of mad. No, what I'm saying is there isn't one person on the face of this earth that doesn't have that eternal voice inside of their head that is always battering them about something. You're always talking to yourself. If you are by yourself and you're driving in a car, you're in your head, you're talking to yourself. If you're walking down the street, you're talking to yourself. If I'm sitting here behind this computer, it seems like I'm talking to myself. But we are all got this internal voice, all right? And the song is saying that we shall become like men, or machines shall become like men, okay? So men are going to be machines, and they told you that in what? Here. So hear me out on this. What if, this is a big what if, I don't know this for certain, it's what I believe, and when I need my audience to understand something. There's a difference between me when I say I believe and I know. Okay, I know God. I'm a creation of God. We're all creations of God. I know that he created an evil race, the United Nations, and I know that he created another man. Well, or let me retract that. I know that the Supreme Spirit of God allowed a divinity of himself to create a lower plane of existence and create a host system. All right? And then that host system was set in place and everything was rolling, and who knows how long it was. This is where mankind gets their evolution, which, by the way, when you add the sum of the word mankind, it comes to 66, and mankind was created on the sixth day. Also, mankind was created both male and female, and when you add the sum of the word female, it comes to 42, and female was created on the sixth day. Those that were created later in Genesis chapter 2 verse 7, and then Eve was created in Genesis chapter 2 verse 21 and 22 are not the same. So what am I proposing here? I'm proposing that with technology coming to a precipice where we're at this cliff of a quantum computer. They have these quantum computers. Everything is AI now. You can tell that the internet is pumping out AI. It pumps out all the fake videos that are out there, all the staged videos out there. Everything is you've got to really be discernment, and you don't understand when a child sees something at a very young age, they believe that stuff. Okay? And it's difficult for you to change a person's beliefs when it's been shoved down their throat all their life, like this right here. Our little blue earth right here. Okay, this little ball that we've been taught. You step into a classroom, that's the first thing that they shove right down your face, right in kindergarten. Why? Because this would be called idol worship. You guys are idolizing the earth that you live on, and the spirit of truth, the living God, says that you shall worship nothing that is creation. Okay? So the earth is creation, and they've changed the earth that you live into as a little ball. Okay? This would be your North Pole. You flatten this hole out, you flatten this earth out like that, and you remove that. Also, look at here. These little ley lines, you might not be able to see them so well. But there's ley lines right here, all right? And look at where these ley lines go. These ley lines all go towards the center. This is the North Pole, okay? This is the reality of where our energy forces moves in and out of this world, are on these ley lines. And they circle these ley lines as well. All of these are ley lines, okay? This is so that anywhere you are on this plane of existence, when you die, these ley lines are guides, okay? They lead you back to your soul, back to the North Pole. So the earth, when you worship the globe, this is called globe. It's idol worship, and it's shoved right down your throat. Also, look at the tilt here. This is a 23.4 degree tilt from a 90 degree angle of the sun is also 66.6 degrees. They say that the earth goes around the sun at 18.5 miles per second, which is a lot of miles per second, which is 66,600 miles per hour. Okay. Also, the earth is flying through space, we're told, at 2,843,666 miles per hour. So this is supposed to be the motion of our universe. All right. And what I say is that no star after billions of years could be a fixed star in the atmosphere. If we are traveling as they say that we're traveling, then there wouldn't be any fixed star. There would be no North Star for us. You see, we live on a flat plane, which would be beneath of this on a flat plane, and this would be the universe spiraling around us. Okay, look, the word spirit comes from spiral, all right? Okay, remember what I said about these ley lines? These are all spirals, right? People make fun of you. Atheists will say, you believe in spiders and all that shit and monsters and demons and ghosts and spooks and everything like that. Yes, I absolutely believe in all of that because it's us. We are the demons. We are the fallen angels. What we are is a fractured piece, broken pieces. Look at this ocean here. If God is the ocean, and he's not even the ocean, he can't be encompassed in anything. God stands outside of time, space, and matter. But if God, let's say, is the ocean, then us as entities, souls created of the Supreme Spirit, are drops in the ocean. But we're broken fragments. We're like Humpty Dumpty that fell off the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. This is a metaphor. The only thing that can put us back together again is the Spirit of Truth, the living God. You must go to the Spirit of Truth, the living God, in order to be whole again. Otherwise, you're empty. You have no spirit of life on you. This is crucial. I don't care about anything that anybody has ever done on the face of this earth, man. If you've done things that you can't take back, man, then still it's better for you to in private, ask for the transgressions of those sins to be forgiven. Always. So this here is like the same concept of Humpty Dumpty. You see, when we're born into this plane of existence, when the sperm cell, when your birth is at conception, folks. The minute that seed hits the egg, you have a crash, all right? This is a crash. You crash into this simulation. You crash into this machine that we live in, this false reality that we live in. So what produces this reality or part of it? What are they trying to do with CERN? Does anybody remember they're showing us in all of these movies, everything in these movies, they're pointing out this very vital part in all these movies. I'm not joking you. Look, you think I'm kidding? You think I don't see what's going on inside? This machine here is the veil. There's literally a machine that is running on this plane of existence that is creating a veil. It's creating a hologram. So our entire world that we live on is a grid. And it has ley lines. And we are no more than what you watch on television. Our souls have been trapped into this plane of existence, into an energy field that has created this false impression on reality. This plane of existence that we live on is not real. The Bible is telling us that it's not real, that it is an illusion. I've showed you guys many times. And I'll show you again. And I'll continue to show you. And I'll never stop showing you. This God that created a man in an image is an illusion. So here the definition of illusion is a false impression on reality. Okay, that's this plane of existence right here. It's a false impression on reality. You think it's real. You think that you're really a flesh suit. You really think that you're matter. You believe that you're all of these things. When you drink a glass of water, you really believe you're drinking it. When you eat a piece of food and you're filling your belly, you think that you're really eating that. You're not. Everything that you're being fed by is from the Spirit of God. Not the manna of God, but the Spirit of God. Okay? The Spirit is separate and stands outside of flesh, folks. Okay? It doesn't have anything to do with this plane of existence. I showed you that the one right here was permitted. Something was permitted. A second beast was permitted to give breath to the image of the first beast. Something was permitted. I didn't say it. It's saying it right here in the scriptures. I'm just showing it to you. So this is what I'm trying to tell you, is that this entity that was given power possesses our bodies. It possesses anybody that doesn't believe in God. It possesses anybody that worships idols, anybody that puts gods beside other gods, anybody who invokes the name of other gods, unbelievers. Satan has at every corner, and he rules the flesh. We are the seed of Satan. He controls you by the mind. Okay? If you're an atheist, your mind is being controlled by Satan, because this is why you can't understand God. That's a fact. So all this dialogue that I've given you about 666, what does any of it really mean? Well, it's telling us that the beast is the number of a man. Okay, so it's a man's number, that's 666. So how do we get to the name of the man? We know that I've showed you that it connects to the sixth day of creation, right? Right here. This is the sixth day of creation. I've made this connection with you. And it's telling us that this man, here's the man right here. This is the man that's 666. Adam. The first man, Adam. Man and mankind are not the same. This is a distraction, okay? This is only mankind. Because when you add the sum of the word mankind, it comes to 66. And mankind is being created here on the sixth day. Mankind is both a male and female down here. Male and female. When you add the sum of the word female, it comes to 42, and 4 plus 2 is 6. So that is 666. So what you got to understand, that this is a man. God created him. This is a man. This is not a man and a woman. This is a man alone solely that's created both a male and a female. It is what do you call them? A hermaphrodite or something? A hermaphrodite? Right here, an organism having both male and female sex organs or other sexual characteristics, either abnormally or as the natural condition. Okay? So this is why you have these people. So this here is what connects you.
Are you having trouble with rodent? In New York City, time of celebration and a show of solidarity for the LGBTQ plus community. Today's march is expected to draw some 1 million spectators to check out all of the sights and sounds.
1 million spectators, folks. All right? So you got 1 million mental, disconnected, hardwired, robotic biology machines, flesh suits, that have no spirit of God on them. And that's the difference between mankind and man. That's the difference between human and humankind. You see, Satan pulled the wool over all of our eyes and has you thinking that we are one human race. We are not one human race. We're two races of people. Corinthians 15:45 Bible Hub. Okay, this is key to understanding. Give me 1 second. I had to sneeze. So, a friend of mine who's very dear to me, much love to you, Anaya, and she's said that she believes that God's children were created on the third day. And I've really looked into this, and I think that's incorrect, because it's telling us here that the spiritual man, however, was not first, but the natural, and then the spiritual. So God created on the sixth day, he created evil first, okay? So it is written, the first man, Adam, this is evil. This is why Eve says that the Lord has given her a child, the first man, Adam, because the first man, Adam, is the tree of knowledge of good and evil, who became a living being. This is inaccurate. I showed you the first man, Adam, is created in an image. And an image is a phantom. Here, the definition of phantom is a ghost. The noun for a phantom is a ghost. It's a figment of the imagination. The nations, okay? I'm a jinn nation. The phantom that was created on the sixth day of creation are Gentile nations, spelt Jinn. You see, a jinn is a genie. And why is that? Because Genesis was written by genies that were let out of their Bible. Okay? A jinn is a spirit or a wizard. So there's evil spirits and there's good spirits. But jinn are evil spirits. Now, okay, when you come to the Hebrew definition of daibuk here is a malicious possessing spirit believed to be the dislocated soul of a dead person. All right? That's what a jinn is. All right? So it is written, the first man, Adam, a jinn, became a living being. All right? Which is false because it's created in an image. An image is a representation or a counterpart. I'm showing you here at thesource.com. An image is a likeness. My son is in the likeness of me. An image is a photograph or anything that is sculptured or painted or anything like that. We are the images. So we're not real. So when we look at the illusion, which is a false impression on reality, you drop down here. It's a ghost. Okay, strong matches are a ghost and a phantasm. A phantasm being a phantom, right? So the illusion is a phantom. A phantom is a ghost, the figment of the imagination. Connects you again here to the illusion, all right? Which is to shade, right? A shadow. Again, those meanings touch here. An image is to shade. Our souls, our light being, our essence has been shaded in a flesh suit, and it's not real. It's a phantom. We're phantoms, okay? We are the illusion. We are the idols. Anything that isn't in service of the spirit is an idol, okay? And those that make them are just like them, and so are those that trust in them.
And when people in other states are trying to take away the rights of our friends, we have to stand up.
So, Governor Kathy Hochul screaming out about the Pride March. Hey, what was the cause of the fall? Pride, right? You see, when God created the second man, Adam, he brought his duality to the second man, Adam. The one Adam had no spirit on him. The other Adam had the Spirit of God on him. And this is the difference. It's not about black and white, even though Satan is a white man, proven in the scriptures. Ezekiel 31:3. Here, let's go ahead and take a look at that. Ezekiel chapter 31, verse 3, Bible Hub. Okay, the Assyrian here, folks, this is all metaphors and riddles, I'm telling you. I could ask an atheist what this parable means. I could ask a Christian what this parable means. They're not going to know. They're not going to tell you. You see, this is why the Bible doesn't make sense to them, because the Gentile are going to be punished from the Hebrew Israelites' God. And this is why this is the God that the Gentile hate. Okay? Look at the Assyrian. The Assyrian here is Satan. Why? Because a cedar in Lebanon. Look at the Assyrian Satan, who was a cedar in Lebanon. The cedar in Lebanon is the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Dropping over here now to the King James Bible, Lebanon, a cedar in Lebanon. Behold, the Assyrian was a cedar in Lebanon with fair branches. Fair branches in this parable is telling us that Satan had fair skin. That's what the parable means. He had light skin and with the shadowing shroud. What's that shadowing shroud, man? It's right here. To shade. We've been shaded in a skin suit. Well, it's not even real, but you think it is. You think your flesh is real, and then this is why you transgress against the Spirit's commandments. Let me be clear. I live with the 10 Commandments on my heart. I don't buy into all of the laws that were written by 613 laws of Yahweh, but that's not my God. Well, neither is the Christian God. None of the gods on this plane of existence do I worship. None of the gods of the Bible do I worship. Yahweh is a man of war. Yahweh is his name. I don't worship anything that is a man. So when God says, let us make man in our image, you don't worship this man. This man here is an image, and an image is an idol. And God is telling you what? You're not to worship any graven images. Exodus chapter 20, verse 4, Bible Hub. Okay. You shall not make for yourself an idol in the form of anything in the heavens above. That means no angels with wings, the art and stuff that they've mind fucked you into believing that angels have wings. We're the fallen angels. Do we have wings? No, our wings have been severed. If you want your wings back, you got to get out of the flesh suit, because the flesh suit's what's holding you from being free. Okay? You want your wings? You want to fly? You want to be from point A to point B? You want to go anywhere you want to go? Unlimited? Outside this plane of existence? To be able to look down on this plane of existence and what's going on would really be awesome. To see this plane of existence and what's operating through the eyes of the Supreme Spirit. Oh, so awesome. Anything above or the earth below. So that means that you ain't supposed to carve things out of sticks, and you ain't supposed to cut bones, and you're not supposed to cut horns off of buffalo and create combs with them and shit like that. And you're not supposed to make anything of the waters belief. No dolphins or anything carved. You're not supposed to worship any kind of idols and stuff. And that's what this plane of existence is. It's completely idol worship. All of it. You're worshiping idol worship. It's right there. It's the second commandment. First one is, you shall have no other gods before me. So the God of Israel is telling you, Israel, that you're not to worship this man that was created on the 6th day, who's pulling an illusion over your eyes because he's a magic man. So when atheists say, ha, 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 Christians, you're so dumb, you're worshiping, you believe in ghosts, and you believe in demons, and you believe in all of that, you damn straight. This boy believes in all of that. Absolutely, I believe in it. Look. A ghost is a spirit of the dead. A ghost is a demon. A ghost is a devil. The ghost is a phantom and a shadow. Okay? Our light has been placed inside of a skin suit that creates a shadow. Our soul has been shadowed. Our soul is a phantom. Our soul without the spirit is a demon or a devil. So we have 4 different prophets that are writing the book of this, and 3 of the 4 prophets all have different things. One prophet says that it is finished. The other prophet says, so here you have Matthew saying, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they've done. Verily I say unto thee, the day thou shalt be with me in paradise. Woman, behold thy son, and behold thy father. So forgive them, for they know not what they've done. These are the last words of Jesus on the cross. Here you have Eloi, Eloi, lama sabachthani. Those are the last words. So you got 4 different translators, and all 4 of them, or 3 of the 4, are saying something different each time. And everything that I'm showing you is proving that Jesus is 666. Jesus is the image. I haven't shown that to you yet. Colossians 1:15. The Son is the image of the invisible God. Question: how can you or I or anybody be the image of something that is invisible? Jesus is the firstborn over all creation. Who's the firstborn over all creation? This man that was created in an image after his likeness. This is Jesus being created in an image. Jesus is the image. Jesus is the firstborn. The Son is the image of the invisible God, the firstborn over all creation. The firstborn is Genesis 1:26 and 27. For in him all things were created, things in heaven and on earth, visible and invisible, whether thrones or powers or rulers or authorities, all things have been created through him and for him. Also, remember here, right here, folks, 1 Corinthians 15:24 says, then the end will come when he hands over the kingdom to God. This is talking about Jesus here, but each in his own turn, Christ the first fruits, then at his hand coming those who belong to him. Then the end will come when he, Jesus, hands over the kingdom to God the Father after he has destroyed all dominion, authority, and power. Well, what are we talking about here, man? Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12, Bible Hub. Right there. These are the authorities. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities. Look at here. Authorities are magistrates, right? John 1:1, Bible Hub. Right here, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. Who's this God? This God here is a magistrate by Hebraism, which is what? Okay, what do you have in the word image? You have the word mage in the word image, and that one was created in an illusion on the 6th day. And then you have magistrates, and you have the word magi that are in there. So this God here is a magistrate. It's a man. It's not a spirit. And anything that is not spirit is not the supreme spirit. This is a divinity of the supreme spirit. Okay? You see, notice it's not a self-existing eternal creator. It's something divine. It's divided. It is a divine entity, a divinity of the supreme spirit, which is a magistrate. And a magistrate is a magi. Okay? I'm putting it all together for you, man. Smash that like button, man, if you like what you're hearing. Because a magi is a magician. It's a sage, a seer, and a wizard. So on the 6th day, when atheists are busting caps up your ass and laughing at you and saying that you guys are worshiping a sky god, this is the sky god right here. A magic sky god, created in an image, because the image has the word mage in it. And the word image specifically is saying, I'm a mage. It's a magic man, folks. Okay? What's a mage? It's the same thing as a magi. Magi is a magician. So those magistrate, these people that are in the courts, the whole entire fucking government and system, bro, they're all wizards. They're magic people. They're seers. They're demons. They're devils. God says you're not to perform magic, but yet that's what they are. So why would God create all this and then say not to worship any of it? Because God is spirit. He gave something permission that I showed you, 13:15. For the second beast was permitted to breathe into the image of the first beast, so that the image of the first beast could speak and cause those that didn't worship it to be killed. Something was permitted. See, if Donald Trump is the owner of Trump Towers, he built that tower. He got an architect. He paid an architect. He paid the workers. He paid the generals to run the workers. But the bottom line is he was the designer. He was the one that built Trump Towers. He's the one that forked out the cash. So in this case here, Trump would be God, and everything that's underneath of him would be the slave workers, would be us, the masses, those that are captured in our flesh suits and made straw men to work for this broken system, a slave state, a tax state. Everything is taxed. If you want to get rid of the taxes in the slave state, then the government has to be wiped off the face of the earth. All of them. Their families, all of them, they've all been polluted, right? And that's the truth. I'm not just the American government. I'm saying every government, okay? But then again, this is the land of good and evil, the tree of knowledge of good and evil, but we're in a land that's completely, totally corrupted. Everything is corrupted. So I hope that this brings you out of your sleeping state and it brings you closer to understanding. I can never prove to an atheist of God's existence because you were created crooked. There's nothing that we can do to help you guys out, okay? Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 13 Bible Hub. Consider the work of God. Who can straighten what he has bent? Over here, the King James Bible, consider the works of God, for who can make that straight which he had made crooked. So all of you that are created on the sixth day, you beast nations and all that, right here, the beasts that were created, and then this man that was created over all the beasts of the field to rule over all of them and all that shit right there. These are the demons. These are devils, okay? And Matt from the Atheist Experience, AXP, says that people that serve God believe in demons and spirits and ghosts and devils and you know, gremlins and all that shit. You damn straight. I just showed it to you, man. Right here. I might not have showed it to you. I might have got sidetracked from it. I got a lot of windows open here. I might have showed it to you, though. But over here, King James Bible says, and Jesus cried with a loud voice and gave up the ghost. So the Bible's saying that there's ghosts right there. Why not? Can you, as an atheist, prove that ghosts don't exist? Can you prove that demons and devils don't exist? No, you can't prove that, can you? No more than I can prove to you, an atheist, that God does exist. But I know God, so I know that God exists. An atheist can't know God if you don't believe in ghosts and demons and spirits in a spiritual realm, because you're too caught up in the flesh. You got to understand that it's the spiritual realm that makes up the realm that you see. It's the Almighty, the Supreme Spirit of Truth, the Living One, the Spirit, which is on the other side of the veil that stands outside of time, space, and matter, is the magic, let me retract that, is the Spirit that moves all things in place. And it's mankind that's performing magic tricks over you. Mankind are the ones that are evil. Mankind was created on the sixth day of creation. Mankind, when you add the sum of the word mankind, comes to 66, and mankind was created on the sixth day. Folks, I know a lot more about 666 just than what I've showed you. All right, this stuff goes deep. So I wish you all well, and always remember this one right here, man. Isaiah chapter 42, verse 8, Bible Hub. The Spirit says, I am the Spirit of truth. I don't worship Yahweh because Yahweh is a man of war. I don't worship Jehovah because Jehovah is a man of war. It tells you so in Exodus 15 Bible Hub if you want to go check that out yourself. I am the Lord, I am the Supreme Spirit of Truth. I am the truth. That is my name. I am the truth. I am the truth, the Spirit of truth. And that's what I am. That is my name. I will not yield my glory to another. I will not yield my glory to another, or me, myself, or or praise, or will not yield my glory to another or my praise to idols. That man created on the sixth day of creation is an idol. This is why an atheist will not debate with me. Because face it, folks, people that are reading the Bible don't have a clue what the Bible is saying. They're completely, they're blinded. They got scales on their eyes and they can't see. So like I said, if you enjoyed this video and you watched it all the way to the end, smash that like button and share this content. It's the most valuable content that you could ever teach your children. This brings the darkness into light. You can now see the evil that is exposed. I've exposed it for you. I exposed the name. I exposed the number. And I did it all with scriptures. I didn't use conjecture. You can't say that Jesus is 666 or call Jesus the devil and not show receipts. And friends, That's what I've done this morning, is I've showed you receipts. Much love to all those that serve the Spirit of Truth, the living God. I love you. Gravy Train, Anaya, Allie, Binky Boo, all those that leave comments and support my channel, watch my content. I am so grateful to you. Thank you very much. All praise and glory goes to the Supreme Spirit of Truth, the living one. All praise. Give glory to him. The Creator is worthy. This is White Raptor News Ministries.